Freddy, trying stuff. Okay, so now the crew is helping me paint the inside of the container. Personally, I was fine with it being gray, but my wife was like, no, want it white. It makes it look cleaner, more presentable, and nicer. So we started doing that. Keep in mind, it's pretty cold outside, and one thing I didn't know about painting a shipping container at night in the cold, say with me, condensation.
Ellen, there's moisture on the outside of my glass.
It's condensation, Johnny.
But what about the fog on the windows?
It's not fog, Johnny. It too is called condensation.
Condensation.
That's right, condensation. So this was intended to separate the two sides of the container. So like make like two different rooms. And I figured I could do the framing and the door while I wait for it to dry. I mean, there was some obstacles in doing this, but overall, it was easier than I expected. So, all right, check this out. So, it's like 12 a.m. I'm still in the container. I decided to put insulation on top, but there's no way to kind of really do it by yourself, so I had to come up with a creative way to get it done. And I can't really ask anyone for help at 12 o'clock in the morning, so here's what I decided to do. So, as you can see, I first put this rope together. This rope was just supposed to help me just keep it a little bit balanced while I put the rigs in. So I have a little weight on it. This is the weight that I used to rig it in. And then I started using pieces of wood that I have lying around to kind of holster it up. As you can see, every wood is serving a purpose. It's holstering it up. As you can see, it's tight. It's all the way on top. I try to make it as tight as I can. Only problem now is I have to be really careful how I move in here. But you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. And this is why they put me in the corporate team. You know, I think outside the box. So yeah, still working, still building out the separator for like what I call like the storage area. So I'm gonna cut this piece of wood line over here and I'm gonna nail it on the other side. But isn't that crazy? Anyway, so I'll probably do like maybe another hour here. After an hour, I should probably go inside. As you can see, it's a mess, but it's on my mind. The final picture's on my head, and it's gonna be done right. Anyway, keep you guys updated. See you later.
Guys, I know it might be a mess in here, but right now I'm getting ready to repaint some of the walls and make sure the whites, as you can see over there, see that? Fill it in, make sure all the whites are, this whole place looks pretty much white. Make sure I paint all the whites in. Then it's a mess in here. I'm gonna show you in a second. The goal is after I paint the walls, then start working on the floors. I put the insulation on the top. It doesn't look the best, but I think once everywhere is cleaned out and decorated, it will look better. I'm gonna take a look at, I'm gonna show you that now. So as you can see, it's fully covered and insulated with the silver. I thought the silver would give it kind of like a party look, which I don't mind. I think once we start putting decoration on the wall and then putting the floors, it will look a lot cleaner. I know I'm thinking about just designing the roof. I just don't know what I'm gonna do, or just leave it like that. Most likely I'm just gonna leave it like this because I'm not here to win awards. But as you can see, the whole floor is a mess. So we're gonna put some towels there and then clean all this out, move it all away. And I think that will create a better look for this place. But here's the sliding door that I installed. As you can see, it looks good. The flooring looks good. The wood, my version of shiplap.
Expose the shiplap.
Started ripping off the shiplap.
Guarantee you behind it is more of the shiplap. I want to get shiplap. See if there's shiplap behind the walls.
She found all this wonderful shiplap.
Nice shiplap chair rail.
We'd had a little shiplap.
I would start by exposing the shiplap.
And I like how it came out. So after I clean this place, I think it should be even better because I think it'll look a lot better. So look at it now. And in a short while, it will be a lot better.
Okay, this is just a quick transition to let you know what's coming up next. Coming up next is the end of the video. I think the final presentation of how it looks. So you get to see like what it looks like once I clean out the area and put some furniture in there. And hopefully you like what you see. In the meanwhile, this is another thing I worked on, which is customizing the shoe, because I like doing stuff like that. So it was an all white Air Forces, and I, painted it and make it look cool so I could wear it. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode when I actually show you the final product of everything.